Guys,
Start now.
hey, it's Sharon here from the blog I Restore Stuff, and I'm so happy to be here again on Essential Stencils page showing you another stencil DIY project. I just wanted to show you while you're all getting on here and while we're just watching for your comments and things like that, let me know where you're tuning in from. I also just wanted to hit the little sprinkle love button, S-H-A-R-E, to show some people on my page, but I'm not sure if I can do that. We'll just have to have a look at that. But I just wanted to show you first of all about what I just did over on my page, which is I Restore Stuff. The link is up on the top in the description. I just showed how to make these cute little wooden houses. So if you wanted to have a look at that later, you can find the live over on my page. And I used Essential Stencils mini tree farm mini tag set. So you'll find that on my I Restore Stuff page. And did you share that for me?
I shared that onto your page.
Onto my page. So now my people know that you people are here and we're all here together. So that's fun. So yeah, that's a little live I did over on my page just about an hour ago. So you can see that later. Jump over there onto there and let's get started with today's project, which if you saw the description, it's a Christmas tree box. So we're using a little crate box and we're going to make a Christmas tree box in farmhouse rustic style. Now this is not the Christmas tree box that I will be making, but this is last year's Christmas tree DIY hack, and you'll see a post for that on my I Restore Stuff page on Facebook. This tree was just green, but here in Australia it gets really hot and I felt like a little bit of snow. Last year, so I flocked the tree, DIY'd it, inspired by Natalie from Vintage Porch. So it was so much fun. You can actually see that on my blog post. If you go to my I Restore Stuff website and type in the word Christmas tree or DIY hack, Christmas hack, you'll find this tree, how to flock it, and also how I made and created this little tub for it. But we're going to be taking this one out of this and putting it in my nice new crate box that we'll be making today. So I'll just pop that back here on my chair to inspire us to think Christmassy thoughts right now. So we are sweltering right here in Australia and if you can be praying for our country, because there's fires all over Queensland and New South Wales, the east coast of Australia right now, and our firefighters, I think I heard yesterday they were even deploying the army to be going and helping those, and Army Reserve. There are people who have lost lives, lost homes, so if you could say a prayer for those, we would really appreciate it. Pray for rain and pray for the fires to stop.
Yes.
Amen. Thank you. Today, I got my box from IKEA, but I know that a lot of you don't have IKEA close to where you live. So on the supply list, you will find a link, Amazon affiliate link, to a crate box that's very similar that you can find there. So you've got those two options. And when you get this one from IKEA, if you do get it from IKEA, it's not ready pre-made. So the one on the link, it may already be made for you, which is lovely. But the thing I do like and appreciate about the ones that come like this, who needs instructions, right?
Me, I need instructions.
I've actually done so many of these now that I really can do them without the instructions. Really, it's only a few screws.
Untalented people like me that need them, yep.
So let me know where you're watching from. That'd be great. If I have any Aussies there, wave your little Aussie flag. If you want to sprinkle the love, if you know a friend who likes to DIY or craft or needs a Christmas tree hack like this one, let them know by hitting the little S-H-A-R-E button. Also, guys, did you know that you can be notified when we go live every time? If you want to do that, hit the little bell in the top and it'll show you when we're going live. There's a little bell up there that you can see all notifications. So that's my one I prepared earlier. I won't show you just yet. What I do want to do though is show you how I created this stain using chocolate brown coloured paint.
That one.
What I'm going to do, I don't know about you, but sometimes I often have these, let me just sit down for a second.
Can we get
these leftovers that just down to the bottom of the barrel of the jar of paint, or maybe your tin of paint, whatever paints you use. This is Fusion Mineral Paint. I've got the links in the supply list, which is actually on the description at the top of your page. And don't forget that if you hit those links, that'll take you to my coupon code at the checkout, and you'll get 10% off all your stencils today. Today we're going to be using this set, which is the Farmhouse Christmas set.
Yeah.
And we have some beautiful, there's 3 stencils in that range. Hey guys, why don't you say and send a big love to Celia, who's on the camera for me today, checking your comments and helping me pick winners.
Yes.
I want to tell you that she's a winner because last week it was her big birthday. Can I say the number?
You can say.
Hey, she turned 50 last week. Come here. Come here, my beautiful friend. I'm going to sing. You can show them your beautiful flowers. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Celia. Happy birthday to you. Happy 50th birthday, girl. Aww. So, and while you were having your birthday, Marty and I celebrated 27 years anniversary, same day. So we just realised that last week. So there you go.
Great day. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. I'm sure there's a happy anniversary song somewhere, but we won't sing it. No. Anyway, so we were celebrating, and that is exactly why we are normally here at that time last week.
Yeah. But
And
we
I
were
wasn't. So
busy partying.
we were busy partying all over the place.
Climbing bridges.
Yes, I actually climbed a bridge in our city. Has anyone climbed a bridge before? That was kind of, you had to calm those fears. But you'll see a post about that over on my page. All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Yes, thank you for showing Celia some love for her birthday. What I was saying before I had that celebratory thought was when you have leftovers in the bottom of your barrel, these are a great idea to add some water and create a stain. Did you know that you can use water in water-based paints? And I'm just going to, look, don't ask me for ratios because I'm just, it's like down the bottom there. So right down. Too hard to get a brush into. I'm just going to chuck some water in. Chuck. Is that Australian?
Yeah.
I'm going to throw some water in there. Toss. Put. Pour. Pour is the right word. I'm going to shut the lid tight and give it a good swish. And we're creating a stain. So, that's what I did with this to create that. Sometimes, if you really want a ratio, sometimes I'll use like 3 parts water to 1 part paint. 2 parts water to 1 part paint. And it really depends on, if you think, test it on the back of a section, and if you think it's too light, just add a bit more paint. If you think it's too dark, add some more water. So let me just have a little look. And I might even test that on what's the matter.
Sorry, so Stephanie saw your pictures of you climbing the bridge. Nice pictures and nuts. Yes.
Okay, crazy.
Yeah.
I know. I thought so too. And I'm really embarrassed, but it starts out on this lower level, and then the bridge itself, which is the road part, and then there's the bridge that goes over. What do you call that? The structure that goes way over the top, up in the sky. It's 80 meters above sea level, something crazy, which I don't know what that is in feet. Anyway, we got to this metal grate area, which was underneath, so I hadn't even reached the road level yet. And I started panicking. I'm like, can I do this? I had to totally psych myself. This costs a lot of money. I've got my suit on. I'm suited up. I am attached. I'm safe. I'm very safe. I'm attached to the wire. Anyway.
And you're holding your husband's hand, and if you go, he goes too.
Exactly.
And you land on top of him, yeah.
All right. So this is looking really watery here. So that's great for our Christmas tree box. If you've just joined us, we're creating a gorgeous crate for our Christmas tree. So I'll just brush a little on. Yeah, see, that looks great.
And we're using the most fabulous Fusion mineral paint
right now. So you can see the grain of the wood through because it's just staining the wood. You can rub this on and brush it back. It is sort of looking a little bit darker than what I probably might like. I don't know. It's almost looking purplish, but that's just the tones of the
brown in the wood.
The brown, the tone. There must be a purple tone in brown. Must be.
Well, there's red in it, isn't there? So
yes, so I guess that's correct. Right, so very, very easy to make a stain using paint. Okay, let's just go with it. Don't forget down in those grooves when you've got crates that have these little cracks and nooks and crannies. So what about you guys? I'd love to hear your ideas for underneath your Christmas tree. There's so many fun ideas on Pinterest and other places that I see. for Christmas tree skirts, or people are putting them in smaller trees in big crocks. What have you got your tree in this year? And I'd love to know, do you have more than one tree? That's the thing now. I mean, when I was growing up, we just had one lonely tree. But it seems like a lot of houses are indulging in the Christmas tree as decor, and we have a couple. Actually, we have little mini ones in the girls' bedroom. So yeah.
Wow.
What are you doing for your Christmas tree skirts, or your, what do you call them?
We
Box.
just put,
Barrel.
I
What do
find
you do?
some piece of fabric that's lying around and throw it around the bottom.
Throw it around the base.
I'm not
Is it
that
Christmas tree skirt.
pleased. No, I've never done a skirt. I'm starting to contemplate this.
Yeah. So, because I've watered down the paint, let me know when the comments start coming in, because I want to know what they're doing for their Christmas trees.
Amanda's got a tree skirt her grandma handmade for her, and
Oh,
grandma's
beautiful.
94 this Christmas. Oh my
That
goodness.
sounds lovely.
That stain colour looks the same as the crate. That's because she's painted them with the same stuff. Woohoo!
Yes. So that's what the idea is. So this crate here was the same colour as this, blonde kind of a wood. So the reason I do like to do this before it's put together is because it's a lot easier to paint it flat than it is to paint it when it's all put together, just to get in the corners of the inside bits, because I do paint both sides. So here's the inside. So I like to paint that, and then you can fiddle with it a bit more. It's easier to get to all the
Smart.
pieces.
One lovely lady has got 12 Christmas trees. Sue Jaffa
Wow.
Ingalls.
12 Christmas tree. That's a record in my books.
That's
I'm sure there's more in the White House or
speechless
somewhere like that.
wow.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Okay, not the ones in the garden that are growing. Those don't
Right.
count,
Those
okay?
don't count. Wow. Okay, so this is the inside of the box. And so it's so easy just to do. And because it's thinned down paint too, it does dry very quickly. And so I can finish this inside and then pop it here and do the outside at pretty much just right after each other. Any other ideas for Christmas, putting your Christmas tree in? I don't know.
Burlap.
Burlap?
And tree collars, that's the word.
Tree collar. Oh, okay.
No way. Karen's doctor has over 100 Christmas
Oh, my
trees.
goodness.
Like they're miniature ones and little decorations.
I
Or
hope there's some miniature ones in that lot. You probably wouldn't be able to. Must have a big house.
far out, Karen. When does he start? At Easter?
I do love the Christmas spirit. All right. That's awesome. Oh, guys, I just did want to mention too that I wanted to know how many of you have joined the Stencil of the Month Club with Essential Stencils, because, guys, the Facebook group opens Friday, which is awesome. So there's still time to join, I believe. If you join, you'll get, using my code, it's $5 off your first month. Woohoo!
Wow.
So the links are all there at the top of the description, and if Essential Stencils there, they'll be adding links in too, I'm sure. And don't forget, all the supplies are listed in the description for you.
And the list.
But yes, let me know, what are you looking forward to?
We don't have a
Stencil
kitty, but we do have birds outside, and they're very noisy. It's usually parrots and
Can
stuff.
people hear the birds?
Yeah, because they're like, I can hear the kitty. Oh no, you do have a kitty. Where is she?
I do, but
Pussycat.
I don't see her. All right.
Excited about people joining. Oh,
Thank you guys for joining us. So great to see you. Don't forget, we will be giving away prizes at the end
yeah.
of our live. Celia's got the lovely job of selecting some winners.
Yeah. It's all right. I don't go with bribery.
No, she's not going to be
Damn.
bribed. She's the birthday girl, so she can do whatever she likes today. She can choose whoever she likes, but no sucking up.
No, oh yeah, nah. No.
Also,
Okay.
I just wanted to also mention that those of you, I was so super excited to get my swag bag yesterday, in fact, came just in time for this live, my beautiful Essential Stencil apron. And for those of you who did order and got the bonuses for the Christmas pre-orders, I got my bonuses yesterday. So the grain sack stripes and the how many days till Christmas sign, which is going to be awesome. So I will be doing a few little demos, or just I'll be making some of those and adding links on my page. But you can only get these if you did the pre-order. They were a bonus, but because there are people who did get those, it's nice of us if we can show you how to use them, especially the grain set stripes. So we will be jumping on and doing that, but you'll have to get the pre-orders next time to get our little bonuses. All right, so see how you can do both sides, and it's all just pretty much sort of drying. I'll do the base side of this, but it's sort of, you can see little patches of it drying on here. It dries fairly quickly, especially when you're using it as a stain. What I was going to mention before, that when you do use and water down your furniture paint or acrylic paint, you probably will want to give it a seal or some kind of top coat in the end, just to make sure that it's all sealed in there, because you're sort of messing with the, so Fusion, for example, Fusion mineral paint does have a built-in top coat. It doesn't usually need a sealer. This is the underside of the crate. We want to make sure we get all of those ends, the end frame. So it does have a built-in top coat, but when you're diluting it down, I always like to add a sealer, like a Tough Coat wipe-on poly to that. Okay, have we got any more ideas coming through on Christmas tree boxes and skirts and things?
I said they have a spinner that they put around their tree so you can see it all the way around.
Oh wow, I see. So I'm thinking it's like a Lazy Susan that you put underneath your Christmas tree, and you can, and it spins probably electronically, I'm assuming, but what a great idea.
Oh,
I like that idea.
So there's no backside to the tree where you put the ugly ornaments.
That's right, so there is no backside to that tree. We're going to see it all, which is nice. That's lovely.
Wow.
I think that would be spectacular. All right. I do have this box that I've prepared earlier, so I won't bore you with painting this entire crate, because that would get a little bit monotonous. But we're having a good chat. I hope you're enjoying the chat. Celia's got her coffee.
It's
You got
gone.
your coffee? It's gone. Her coffee is gone.
Down, down, down.
All right. Have you tagged a friend who likes DIY? Let's put that out there. You can do that too.
Fusion mineral paint in Brisbane, Australia, Queensland. Watered down, it's drying really nicely. Have we used the line stencil yet?
No, it's still fresh in its packet. Just arrived yesterday, so I'll be using that. That'll be a lot of fun. I used to make my own lines out of just, the painter's tape. In fact, one thing that it's going to be amazing for is creating some grain sack line stripes on drawers, where Celia and I have both done little suitcase drawer set, and you'll find that on my blog too. Just look up suitcase drawer in the little search bar at irestorestuff.com, and we use stripes on that, and these would have been totally handy for some of those stripes on our suitcase drawers.
Made life so easy.
That would have been great. But now Essential Stencil comes to the rescue. Yes, we have grain set stripes, so we'll be showing some of those ideas. All right, so you get the idea of staining, going from this to this. Water down your paint, super easy. We'll just put that aside, and we'll get started with our, not much water there. So here's one that I've prepared earlier.
Yes. I missed the comments again.
Yeah, keep those comments coming, because we'll be picking, Celia, we'll be picking some winners for a random stencil of Essential Stencils choice to be sent to you. 3 winners will be picked at the end of this slide. Don't forget, don't lose your screws for your drawer. Okay, so we're using these stencils. So what I thought we'd do today, now as you can see, probably these stencils may not fit. These are in the supply list, so they're the Farmhouse Christmas set of 3. If you haven't seen these yet, we've got farm fresh Christmas trees and the beautiful types of trees down the bottom. We have sleigh rides, is that correct? Beautiful sleigh ride sign. And then the Farmhouse Christmas, I love that one. Which they would look great with white on black actually. Anyway, what I am going to do is show you a bit of an industrial style thing that you can do. So we're not necessarily, you could if you like, you could try and fit that stencil on there in some kind of awkward way. It comes off the edge of this crate, but you could find a larger crate. IKEA does come up, it has 2 sizes. Like I said, in the link of the supply list, you'll find an Amazon affiliate link for a crate of a different size, but it's probably similar to this one. But the IKEA boxes come in a large, and then this is the small. So if you did get a larger one, you could actually fit these stencils across the side. But what I want to do is create a bit of an industrial vibe. And where is the other one? I'm trying to find here. Oh yeah, no, it's Farm Fresh that I was looking for. Actually, I'm going to do that on the other side, which I've kind of sneakily prepared earlier. But we could add things like these little words down the bottom here. Hot cocoa. Warm blankets. Jingle bells. We could even put some on the side. So we're kind of creating a bit of industrial look to our Christmas tree box. We could even add the Santa sleigh down to the bottom of it or on the top. But you know how when it looks like, I want to make something that looks like you've used old timber from a box from years ago. So some of those, if you'd imagine I would chop the timber off, there might be half a word kind of sticking off the end there. So you could even go all out and do like, half a word somewhere. I'll show you. What we'll do is just add a little bit. And I'm going to use my white paint today. I'm using Fusion's Casement white. Use my trusty newspaper to just wipe it off. Ooh. And we got questions?
They love the idea of watering down the paint and the stain colour, and lights and things around the trees. But
yes.
Here's the best comment ever. When doing stencils, you need to think outside the box.
Funny. Punny. It's a good pun.
A very good punny. I like that one.
And also, guys, with that staining idea, it doesn't have to just be with a traditional colour for wood. It doesn't have to be brown. You could make a black stain or even a whitewash stain using that same technique. Just use your leftovers in the bottom of your jar, add a bit of water and relabel it. So my chocolate now, I'll get my Sharpie and I'll call it chocolate stain, make it very clear, but it's obviously so watery that I can use all the rest of this it'll last so long to use for a whole bunch of techniques or wood projects, sign projects. I've got these other little crates down here too that some guy just made up. We found these on Facebook Marketplace, Celia, and just picked them up. This guy made these. Oh look, it's got some measurements on the back. So yeah, I'll be staining those. Can use that chocolate stain for that. But can you imagine a blue stain? What about that?
Yeah.
Just using those leftovers for that purpose.
Especially for Aussies who want to do the coastal look for Christmas.
Yeah. Coastal beachy look. You can use your blues.
Where's the sand on your tree and the thongs? Come on.
And greys for flip-flops, we call them
flip-flops
over there in America.
Flip-flops.
They're a different thing.
Yeah.
Those.
Not those thongs.
All right.
The foot ones.
So down here, just going to show you, you could tape this, but I'm going to just hold it still.
She's really
and
clever.
We're not going to be, doing a proper centering or anything like that. I'm just going to randomly place the hot chocolate word on the base of the box.
Imperfect is still perfect.
Yes. Being careful not to get the little dot here, although that could be a thing too. And really it doesn't matter. I'm just going to swirl a little bit, and it doesn't matter if it's not all filled in. You can see there's some little bits of just, what do you call that? Roughness. I haven't done it
depth
really
to the paint.
Yeah, so I'm just doing my swirling method. If you ever watch me do that, I've tied a little bit of rubber band at the end so that I can shorten my bristles to make them a little bit more. Does anyone else have fingers that look like this when they're painting furniture? Just using my Klingon round or oval brushes, and it just the longer bristles are gorgeous for painting furniture and spindles and things like that. But when I want to do stenciling, I like them to be nice and firm so that they're firm to touch. All right, so randomly placed hot cocoa, and then I might say add 50 cents right here. So there's another thing you can do.
Oops.
What's that?
I turned the camera around. I lost the comments and I was trying to get it back and experimented. So hello and goodbye.
All right. I think it's a swipe across to see the comments on on there, but we can put it up on the computer, the laptop down there. So there we go, hot cocoa, 50 cents. What else can we put on here? Okay, so farm fresh, I might just pop that along the top. We can add a couple of Christmas trees if you want, but I'm just trying to get that industrial look of something coming off the end of the crate as if it's an old piece of timber, if that makes sense. Am I making sense? Guys, it's kind of that industrial farmhouse idea look. Need a little bit more on my brush, so...
What do you mean by industrial look?
Oh, yeah. Maybe Google or Pinterest that one, because if you type in industrial farmhouse, you'll get a whole range of things that are really, you know, anything that's metal, wood, pipes, that kind of thing that you see in decor. A little bit of like Joanna Gaines kind of. She's well known for her farmhousey style, but industrial would just be adding sort of thinking of those metal elements,
yeah,
but also wood warehouse kind of look.
And you prefer brushes to makeup sponges?
Yeah, I've just used brushes. I haven't really tried the makeup sponges. Maybe I'll have to do that one day. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that this way because my sign keeps slipping. Am I still in the frame here? Here, I just do a little swirl. And what I've done is I've made the H just almost go off the end there so you can't see the end of it. So hopefully you see what I mean by, it looks a little bit like you've just grabbed these pieces of wood, cut them here where it's already had some words on it, stuff like that. So, farm fresh, we've got some, let me see if I did that on the other side. So here's the other side that I can show you now. So I've put farm fresh up here, so you can have your tree either way, with spruce, pine, fir, cedar along the bottom, which I got from this one here. And then we can add some other little bits and pieces. What have we got in this one? Farmhouse. We could even add the word farmhouse somewhere on there. You could add a hollyberry on the side.
Ooh.
Where else can we put farmhouse?
Or just a couple of trees. I like the trees.
And I can see that stripe, if I can centre that properly. I'll even add that stripe that's going either side. But what I might do first is just take this section here.
Somebody suggested using the crates to hold kids' Christmas gifts.
Yes, great idea.
And all those toys that they like to collect.
Yes, good idea.
Somebody said, Roxanne says that black is hard to paint over. What do you think?
Black is hard to paint over with what? With white or in general? I don't have any trouble with painting over the Fusion Mineral Paint. Black is a really good true black. And I'm not sure what you mean, unless it's different type.
Unless you're doing white.
Yeah, unless you're doing white, yeah. You've got to have really contrast. Stenciling anything really, you have to have good contrasting colours, which is why probably I'm not going to do black on this, although if that was a really light colour wood, you could do black on that, and that would be a little bit more subtle of a stencil showing on there. Here we go, have we got it centred?
Leslie says if she gives you her address, will you send her the crate?
The crate. Come on, Leslie. You can do this.
Or invite a friend over for coffee and hand them a paintbrush.
Yes. Leslie, are you saying you're not a DIYer? Come on.
She might be a DIY watcher.
A DIY watcher. Okay, hands up out there. Who else is actually doing a DIY right now as you're watching this live? Because I know a lot of people will just pop the live on when they're in their workshop and just doing their own DIY. So I'd love to know, what are you working on? Or what projects have you got on the go where you are right now?
Using the crate as a planter or pine cones and lights.
Yes,
that's my
that's a lovely idea. I love that idea. Yeah.
What brush are you using?
I'm using a Klingon round 12, so it's an R12. and that should be in the supply list. And if you're in Australia, you can get any of these on the Fusion and the Klingon brushes on my website. But that's only within Australia, so. Okay.
Donna's sewing, getting a dress altered.
Thank you, Donna.
Susan's crocheting pumpkins.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Crocheting pumpkins. Alright, so that's my little farmhouse. Look at that. Does that look cute? I do like that on the end here. You know what we could do is add a grain sack stripe somewhere on here. I might just do that. Hey, let's get out the bonus. Just a little added bonus for you here today. For those of you who did get the pre-order bonuses, exclusives. And that one will not be on the supply list because that was just an exclusive bonus for people who pre-ordered the Christmas stencils. Alright, you could even do these stripes right around the whole entire box, but hey, let's do one right across the centre. I like that stripe. I'm going to have to do this way, so just see if we can see there properly. I'm going to put a stripe right across the centre here, and to help me take that in place a bit, I'm going to use a bit of tape here and these other stripes, hoping that it holds in the gaps, and doing a white stripe. So there's a few different types of stripes on this grain sack stencil. We've got just the two lines, thicker middle one and thinner outside. This one's a larger version of this one, and then we've got three thin stripes. Just looking at
They look so good.
and it really lends to this antique-y vintage great look. I can't wait to pop my Christmas tree in here. If you've just joined us, I was sharing about my Christmas tree back here. I did a DIY hack to create the flock, blocking the snow in the tree. So this isn't going to look exactly like the grain sack stripe should, because I've got this gap in the centre here. I don't know if you can see that. I've got a gap in the middle. And I just felt like I needed to centre it.
People having trouble hearing us. So
Okay, well, I think when you're behind the camera, they may have trouble hearing you.
Oh.
Hopefully, speaking loud enough. Alright, so I've just done that really roughly. I haven't done it really filled it in to make it sharp looking or anything. But there we go, how's that? That's just the added bonus there, only because I got those in post yesterday from the 2019 pre-order exclusive for the Christmas stencils. So don't forget, guys, to hit the little bell if you want to be notified each time we go live here on Essential Stencils. What else can I add to this side out of our Christmas stencils that we've got here today? We could add some holly, we could add, Christmas doesn't quite fit, but it doesn't have to. Christmas, we could add some trees. We haven't added trees yet.
No.
Add a few trees and a bit of a Christmas going across the, we could do Christmas sort of, oh yeah, trees down the bottom. Let's try that idea. Is this too tall to show you?
Nope, good.
And we'll kind of get the sideways. Look, what are we doing? Christmas across the top. So I'll show you how, even though the Christmas letters go through that handle gap on the crate, we're still going to do it anyway. And again, it just looks like it's been an old piece of wood that you've just joined together these pieces.
So the partial thing adds to the rustic look.
That's exactly right.
Yay.
All right, how many of you are going to try this idea? They like the tree idea. Yep. Yep, we'll add some trees in there. Whoops, I think I've got a little bit too much on my brush. Whoopsie, big stenciling mistake, because you'll get bleeding underneath the letters. We don't want that. Drier brush is better. Celia is going to be getting ready to pick some winners very soon.
Yep.
And it's
Sure
hot.
am. Winners,
Here in
winners.
Australia. Can I just remind you how hot it is?
Yeah.
It's 12:30 and it's not even summer yet. It's still, isn't it? It's still spring. I don't think
Still
it's,
spring till December 1st for us. Yep. That's it. Stinky hot. And I do feel for the people who are just suffering with snow and how it limits your lives, but I'm also quite envious.
Yes, and just send us some snow.
Yes, please.
Some snow, that'd be lovely. Okay, just roughly pop that on. So see how it's just misses the area where the handles is, but that's okay because it's all part of that rustic look.
Cute.
Put trees down this side, and so I can pop some trees on this little area here. And a bit more to the brush. Using a newspaper to blot off the excess. And remember, we'll need to seal this after we've finished.
It's 11:36.
Alright. You can also add other colours, like I'm just doing white because I just like that simplistic, minimalist look right now for this project. Just feeling it. See there we've got Christmas trees, and usually I'll do my trees green, but I'm going to do white trees. Just because. I'm adding a couple of white trees, so that way you can turn your Christmas tree around every so often, and you can show a different side of your box. Or maybe it's in the centre. You could even put this on a coffee table with your little tree in it. My lovely little tree back here that we're going to pop into the box in just a minute to show you the finished look. We've only got the, you know how a tree stand comes with usually three legs. Well, mine's just got the two because the third leg wouldn't fit it into its current box, and it's going to be the same with this one. I've already tested it and it's not going to fit into the box properly, so we will have to just leave that third leg off and just balance it in there. You can balance your tree, or you can hold it down steadily with some bricks or something in there, and then you can pop a little bit of hessian or something in around the tree to kind of cover up the rocks or bricks that are holding the tree stable. I'm sure you've got plenty of ideas for popping things in there. Now on this one, I already did earlier, I just sanded that lightly to give it a more rustic look, so I'll do that. Let's have rubbish on the table here. Okay, I love that green sack stripe right there. And that's looking pretty rustic as it is, but let's grab a little bit of sandpaper. Might be a little bit too rough, but we'll just gently rubbing some sharpness. Any of those sharp edges, just rubbing them away for a little bit more of a rustic feel. And I would just use a 300 and higher grit for that. Just be really gentle. You can always take off more, but you can't add it back on. Well, you could, but it's just a little bit tricky to add on. So to finish that off, we would seal it with some top coat sealer. So I'll do that part later. And last bit is a Christmas tree.
Are you going to seal it?
Do you want me to show you how to seal it now? You can do that if you want to. It does show how it just brightens up the wood stain.
And one lady says, have you tried milk paint from the Real Milk Paint Company?
No, I haven't. I don't know that it's here in Australia actually. Would you mind just grabbing the tough coat sealer?
Sure.
Over there for you. Thank you. And don't forget to put your brushes in water straight away if you're not going to use them again.
And how often do you clean your stencils? Somebody asked.
Hardly ever now. I'm just not going to pretend anymore. No, once the fusion paint, it dries really fast, and so as you can see, these have been used before, and I do just leave them. I I'll just give them a wipe over if it starts getting thick. But there are some really fragile pieces in some of the stencils, and even though they're really good quality mylar, you don't want to be just I just want to be really careful so that you can use them again and again and again, of those little pieces that might flick up while you're trying to scrub, especially some of the letters. I'm trying to find something that might, like some of the S's, I think, or even see the A. If you flicked that up while you're scrubbing, it just kind of bends, and that's just not fun.
Yeah.
So I'll grab a little bit of this. This is Fusion's Top Coat Sealer. I don't think we put this on the supply list as a. Oh, this is Miss Mustard Seeds Top Coat Sealer. Same
is that
thing.
all right?
Yep, same thing. I've only got one open.
Okay.
So all we do is, and usually I'll put them in a little jar. You got a little jar? Yep. Just pop that in there. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. I can't do that. Okay. It's just easier to put it in something or to place it on. So it's just a poly resin. So
And it doesn't yellow.
And it doesn't yellow when you do it over white. So see how that's just really toning the wood nicely as well. You only need a very thin coat, and you can see in the light the little bits that you might have missed.
Have we ever met Keith Urban?
No. I have friends who have those, so you know.
That's so funny. And what is this set called?
This is called the Farmhouse Christmas Set. It's on the supply list, which is in your in the link that's in the description of this live, right at the top. You'll find the supply list, so you can jump on there later and you'll find exactly where to find that. So there you go. Isn't that gorgeous? The wood just comes out really nicely. The top coat sealer that I use is a matte finish, so it just seals in the paint, the wood.
But Fusion goes in and it doesn't rub off on anything that I've noticed.
Yeah. Now you can make sure you're getting all those little crevices and things. I can't wait to do this grain sack stripe here. Just don't into my jar.
All right, my very practical question is, what do you do with all these lovely crates and things after Christmas? Like, do you have to
You can
buy a
store
whole
them.
nother house to store all these beautiful
I
things
don't know,
in?
who's the person with the 100 Christmas trees?
Yes.
Someone's doctor? What do they do for storage? All right, watch how good this looks with the sealer on top. I'm glad we decided to do this sealer now, because I really love. You can see the difference in the top and the bottom here. The top has the bottom, sorry, has the sealer on it, and the top is just a little bit drier and more porous. If that makes sense. So, and it really brings out the richness of the timber, and you can sort of see the timber grain. These are just pine boxes.
So the questions are, will the tough coat, will it be shiny once it's dried or not shiny at all?
Matte.
It's
a
matte.
finish. Yep.
And how long will it take to dry?
It dries super quickly. So by the time I finish this entire box, the first surface will have been.
This side is not even tacky.
Isn't it?
No.
Is that where I started? Or
I
have
think so.
I've not done that bit yet. No, it's probably right.
It's not tacky. It's already air drying. It's very dry here.
Gorgeous.
Yep.
All side to go with our little Christmas tree.
And it is water based.
Yes, it's a water-based wipe-on poly.
And its name is?
It's Fusion Tough Coat Wipe-on Poly, or Miss Mustard Seeds Tough Coat Wipe-on Poly. They both are made by the same parent company. Canadian product, yeah, for Canada.
Yeah.
But you can get it all over the world. I sell it here in Australia in my shop online if you're Australian. And America, Canada, Europe, you can actually look at fusionmineralpaint.com for your nearest retailer. There we go, that's looking gorgeous. So I'll just seal the outside now, so because I'm going to put my Christmas tree on the inside.
Okay, so reminder of the list.
Yeah, it's just linked up at the top in the description. You'll find a few different links there. One is my coupon code link that'll take you straight to the checkout. Oh no, not to the checkout. It'll add the 10% off at the checkout at Essential Stencils. So you can just use the link up there, or just use the coupon code IRestoreStuff. If you wanted to join the Stencil of the Month Club, there's a link for that at the top as well. So we've made it super easy for you guys to just use that description link at the top of the live. If there's anything missing, I'll add it later. But yeah, oh dear, which is your favourite side? I'd love to know. I'm tossing up between the green sack. I really like that stripy. And probably my Farm Fresh side. Let's just turn it this way for our beautiful picture with the Christmas tree in it.
Oops, hang on, let me get organised.
Okay, so this is fake snow on here, stuck on with all sorts of stuff. You can look up the blog post like I mentioned in the beginning. I'm going to try and grab it from the bottom, but just beware, there's going to be snowflakes falling, I'm sure. Yep, see, it feels like it's snowing. Can you feel the cool, Celia? Come on. Can you feel the cool? Alright, so I've only got two legs on my Christmas tree. I'm going to tuck it down in there, and I added some hessian just from an old coffee sack, just in the bottom there. Let's see if we can.
Okay, let me see if I can go out further.
Is it falling back? Probably. I may have to just hold my Christmas tree so that you guys can see the demo of what it's going to look like. You can get
There we go. Yeah, I got it all in.
There you go. So
And then I'm going to come in closer.
Who's the winners for today?
Okay, just see
But
how.
right now, I'm going to toss this in the back because it feels like it's going to fall over. Let me just grab a pot of paint. Stick that in
Yes.
the back there. Oh no, that's not going to work either. But if you could let us know who's the winners for today. Okay.
So, today's winners are Tonda Wolf, Tonda Wolf. Oh, I didn't mean to rhyme these, but I did. Sonda Goss, Sonda.
Hey Sonda, congratulations.
And Karen Franklin Horn.
Yay.
Congrats,
so if
Karen.
You guys, I think we are contacting you, or no, if you can email Essential Stencil at the link that Essential is going to be putting any minute now in the comments, or we will contact you. So thank you so much to those people who won today. Thank you all so much for watching. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm perspiring. I feel very
So am I.
hot today.
It's very warm.
We're in Australia, and I'm Sharon from IRestoreStuff. And if there's anything else I've forgotten, I'll write it in the comments. I hope to get in there in the chat, in the comments, and if you've got a question, and if you've left it in there, I'll try my best to answer it in a minute when I get off the live. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
I have to hit bye.
Bye.
Bye now, bye.